Hey everybody, BamaCooley here. Welcome back to the channel. And behind me is a 2024 Ford Raptor with the 37 package. We're going to check it out. We're going to see what changes Ford made and see if it's worth you buying. So come on, let's go. Okay, moving over here, of course, this is all black. They blacked it out, which I think is a good look, better than the dark gray. This is blacked out, and of course you do have your LED lamps here, which, you know, when you're driving, they move with you, which I've always enjoyed and found it really helpful. But you see right here, you got the amber lighting here, which is a different shape. And of course you do have your dual fog lamps, which, you know, these come covered and you got to use the auxiliary switch to put them on. But overall, I think this is a very good looking truck. I almost wish they would have made this black though. Like make this the same color as this, and it would really stand out. Especially with this white, you would have had a great stormtrooper look going that route. All right, everybody, coming over to the side, typical usual Raptor stuff, right? You got the body colored rear view mirrors, you got the step ups, it says Raptor on them, body colored door handles. Now these are black, which, like I said, I like it better than the dark gray, which you see on the 22s and 23s. So I do like these a lot better. Coming over here, you got the 37-inch KO2s, and of course you got the 17-inch B-Lock capable. And you'll be able to see, you can't really see from the front, but this does have the dual valve live Fox shocks, which is an upgrade that you get in the 37 package as well as the Raptor R, but not the 35 package. Of course, you can't really see it from that, but we'll show that to you over here. Coming around, of course, you got Raptor written right here in the graphics. Now, this does not have the 37 package graphics on it, which I think is kind of odd, because if I had a 37, I would want to put 37 on here. So, of course, there you got the black fender well covers. And down here, and you'll be able to see it in the B-roll, you do have the dual valve live shock. So when we drive this, I'm going to see if I can tell a difference between the original Fox live shocks versus the dual valve on the road, maybe in sport, normal, maybe in Baja, just to see if I can pick up a different. On the road, that might not happen, but we'll try it anyway, because this isn't my truck and I can't take it off road. So let's go check out the back. This is another area where you see some of the cosmetic changes on the LED tail lamps here. Of course, you got Ford written right here, which is a change, and you got the new shape like this going around, and it almost looks like an F, which I think is a good look. I think it's better than the old look. A lot of people don't like this look particularly. I think it's great. It's grown on me and I don't have any problems with it at all. Okay, coming around to the back, of course, you got the black placard here. It says Ford with Raptor here. If you had an R, this would be orange, but this is textured again, just like in the front, which says a good look. You got the black bumper, black recovery hooks, and you got the two massive 3.5-inch exhausts, which, you know, you can adjust from Baja mode, sport mode, normal, or quiet. People have mixed feelings. I personally think it sounds good, especially for a V6, but I understand it doesn't quite have that low rumble that a V8 would have. So staying on the back, here's your key fob. Of course, you got your lock, unlock, auto start, tailgate opening, and on the back here you have Raptor. So let's go ahead and open the tailgate. And this is everything you would expect normal Raptor. This does have the spray-in bed liner that has Ford written across there. Of course, you got your measuring, got your easy step down to get into the bed for old people like us. Of course, you got your power outlet, storage, LED lights, all of that good stuff. So none of that has changed. There you go. Hit it twice, goes back up. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and check out the inside. All right, everybody, sitting in the back, it's typical F-150 Raptor stuff. You got a little bit of carbon fiber, you got your orange stitching, plenty of room. You can take a road trip with friends, car seats, kids, family, everything you want. These seats do have a little bit of the soft suede on the sides. Of course, they are comfortable. Over here, you got your heated seats, you got your cup holders, you got your charging stations back here to keep the kiddos entertained. And of course, you have your armrest cup holder, which you gotta have. So nothing much to see here. Let's go check out the front. All right, coming around to the front, of course, you have all your adjustments over here. You got your 3 memory seat selector. You do have a different carbon fiber pattern this time, which I think looks a lot better than the previous. And of course, you got your rear view mirror adjustment, your power windows. This does have every kind of adjustment you want on a seat. Steering wheel, I really like. You got your orange stitching. Now, they did take away the orange center marker here. It's textured in black. I think they should have kept the orange. Still got Raptor here, but overall, I do love the steering wheel of the Raptor. Here you got your magnesium paddle shifters. You know, everything else is pretty much the same. You got your lights. You have your 360-degree lighting, which goes all the way around, which looks great at night. You do have your pedal adjustments. Of course, here, you know, you can lower this down and have a workstation. Massive storage right here. You could easily fit probably 2 sackfuls of crystals in here, if I had my guess on it. Coming around over the front, of course, you got the huge infotainment center, fully digital display here, and the graphics on this are a lot better than what's on my truck. I love the graphics. They give you more options to change the display patterns and everything. It actually adjusts how things look on whether you want a performance setting, whether you're in sport. And this does have the heads-up display. Ford, honestly, is about 3 years behind when it comes to putting a heads-up display, but you can change it to like normal, towing, Baja, which looks great. And of course, I love it. The graphics are a lot better. Coming over here, of course, your paddle shifter, you got your mode selector here from sport, you got your 2 high, 4 high, 4 auto, 4 low, you know, pro trailer assist, trailer brake, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, so the chip shortage is completely done with. Coming over here, of course, you got your 360-degree cameras you can check out. You got your trail assist. I mean, it's standard Raptor stuff. You got your power outlets here. Of course, you got your secondary glove box, and of course, it's got the nice carbon fiber pattern. Coming back over here, there's the carbon fiber pattern here. You can push this up. Here's your wireless charging with your USB ports. I mean, it's just, to me, it just completely looks better. So let's go ahead and crank it up. Graphics, even on the infotainment center, are, even though it has the same things, they are a little bit better, in my opinion. A little bit more crisp. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but this does have the dual panoramic moonroof. So I took a lot of B-roll that you'll see here in a minute of the new digital display that will get spliced in so you can see how it changes when you're changing the modes. Like I said, looks 10 times better than what's in mine. So, all right. Let's go talk about the power plant. All right, everybody, here's the power plant. We got a twin turbo EcoBoost V6, which cranks out 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. The engine hasn't changed. It's the same engine, 0 to 60 in 5.2 or 5.3, 18, 19 miles a gallon, city about 15. However, within the past month, Ford has released a Ford Performance warranty tune for the EcoBoost. So if you want to crank it up about another, from what I've seen, it might be about another horsepower, 100 horsepower, 455 at the wheels maybe. You can go get that done and check it out. Mine's tuned, so you know, mine goes a lot faster than this. But even from factory, this is a very good powertrain with a lot of power and a lot of torque, and it's fun as hell to drive. And I had no issues with it. I just like performance and performance numbers. That's why I got mine tuned. But if I hadn't, I still would have been happy with this powertrain. All right, let's go get ready to take it for a drive. All right, everybody, let's start the driving portion of this. We are in the 2024 Raptor with the 37 package and the dual valve shocks. So let's go and crank it up. I love the heads-up display in this, and I love the updated graphics. It looks so much better than in my 22 Raptor. And I do feel like I'm sitting about 2 inches higher since I am on 37s. So. I still think the trombone exhaust sounds great. I don't care what anybody says. It is what it is. Granted, it's not a V8, but I don't have a Raptor R right now, so. This truck is massive if you're not used to driving a vehicle this big. I mean, hell, I've had mine for over 2 years now, and sometimes parking gives me issues. Maybe I can tell a difference when we get on the highway, but right now, I mean, it drives. I know I'm trying to compare the dual valve Vox shocks versus what I have with Vox shocks on my Gen 3. Can't tell the difference on the road right now. Like I said, maybe I can. But, you know, probably the biggest difference you'll be able to tell is when you take it off-road or you're going out in Baja and you're jumping and things like that. So, you know, on the road, the Raptor is a Raptor and they drive great. I don't care what anybody says. I tell people all the time, I would put the drive comfort of my Raptor up against any Cadillac or whatever you want to do with it. So, and I do like the different carbon fiber pattern here. It looks better. I do like the red orange stitching here. And I forgot to mention in the review earlier, these are Recaro seats. So you do have the suede Alcantara right here. And of course you got the extra bolstering and you got Raptor written across, and they are comfortable. I mean, there's no reason why you can't take this on a long road trip. I wanted to drive this around a little bit with the shocks in normal mode to see if I could pick up a difference, because once you go into sport, obviously, you know, things stiffen up. But What's good about a Raptor is I can put this in sport mode and then change the shocks back to normal if I want. And why the hell did I just now think of that? Okay, I'm going sport mode. I'm going to go Baja exhaust, and I'm going to go normal shocks. I do love the functionality that you can change literally everything. You know, you can go sport all the way through, which normally I do. I keep on my R mode, I keep it on sport suspension, sport steering, Baja exhaust, but normal engine. But like I said, you can flip it to sport engines, sport transmission, you know, sport steering, but normal shocks, or go sport shocks and normal steering if you wanted the steering to be not quite as tight. And so there's some days I just play with it. Like, I'll be driving and I'll be like, well, you know what, let's try it this way. And I'll change my R mode to something completely different and keep that on for a few days and then change it back. So what I'm really interested in is I've reviewed, go check out my previous review with the 25 Rebel, and it had the Hurricane engine with 400 horsepower. I think it was 430 pound-feet of torque. I'm interested in the RHO or the imitation TRX. That looks like the TRX, but it'll have the 540 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque, the high output Hurricane. I'm very interested in that and see how it compares to a Raptor. Obviously 90 more horsepower, you know, is what it is. Special shout out to my friends at Woody Anderson Ford for giving me time with this truck today. Give them a call and ask for Ryan Black. He'll take care of you and help you out. He's a great guy, and they won't price gouge like a lot of other dealers will. I love that heads-up display, man. It kills me. It's great. I'm going to set the dampers in Baja mode to see how soft it really is. Oh, it is a lot softer. It's a bouncing. And it's windy. I'm not gonna lie. We do have a lot of wind today, and this is bouncing with the wind, and then it's bouncing pretty good. It is a lot softer. It's actually pretty fun. I might drive back in Baja suspension on mine when I get back. That exhaust note still sounds good. I don't care what anybody says. Man, that wind is really whipping. This is a 6,000 pound, almost a 6,000 pound vehicle, and it's wanting to push me around some. I'm gonna change the, but you know, I think I could tell it a little bit in the Baja with the dual valve, how much more bouncy or how much more give it was giving. But I'm on the interstate, you know, like I said, I'm not in a sand dune, or I'm not jumping it, but yeah, let me know what you think of the 24 Raptor, those of you that have driven it. I'm just happy they upgraded the displays and got a heads-up display in here. The heads-up display looks badass. The 37s are also, not only do you got the dual valve shocks, but the 37s are also absorbing a lot of stuff, even more than my 35s. So even I got sport suspension on, and it's soaking up a lot. I'm not feeling a lot on the road. And of course, Ford does an amazing job of cabin noise, keeping the cabin quiet as well. Because, like, you know, I got a AFE cold air intake on mine, and I can't really hear it that much when the windows are up, and if any at all, and I can't hear my turbo spooling up. So Ford really does a good job as far as keeping the cabin quiet, which, you know, when you're on a highway or interstate like this, you really appreciate. Right now we're just cruising at 71 miles an hour, and it's in sport mode. You know, if I was going to do a long trip like this on this road, I would probably just go and slap it into normal and maybe put the steering in comfort and drive for 7, 8, 9 hours. So no problem. there you have it, everybody, the 2024 Ford Raptor with the 37 package. Special shout out for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Give them a call if you want a Ford. Ask for Ryan Black. He's a great guy and he'll take care of you. Be sure to check out the videos to my left, and remember, you catch yourselves in the back roads of Tijuana and you got a fun car or truck to drive, go ahead and give it the business and have a good time with it. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.